Hi, my name is Jenna Swift and I am your Community Court Chair. I'd like to start off by giving the most sincere welcome to Wells. My last 3 years here at Wells have taught me how to be the most authentic version of myself, and that is why we are here today. Welcome to the Wells College 2020 Honor Code Ceremony. At my very first tour here my senior year of high school, I was told a story I'm sure many of you were told about how you can leave your textbooks and laptops in the library and no one will touch them. You can also leave your doors unlocked and trust that your belongings will remain as you had left them. This little part of Wells is what attracted my family and I so much. Now, the honor code isn't something that just the students here live by. Many of the faculty and staff live by it as well. In most of my classes, I can take an exam wherever in the building I choose because my professors trust that I will uphold the honor code and remain truthful during my exam. My favorite part of the honor code is the trust it builds among the community. By honoring this code, you strengthen your bond not only with your peers, but with your professors as well. The honor code carries with you even after your time here at Wells. There are so many alum who swear by it every day of their postgraduate life. They swear that they are more truthful and honest adults in their careers, and they really praise Wells for their honor code and the code of conduct that they live by. Thank you so much for attending, and I know this isn't exactly how we all thought it would go, but we'll make do. Now I'm going to pass it off to the Dean of Students, Charles Kenyon.
Good afternoon. I'm Charles Kenyon, Dean of Students, and I'm happy to join in welcoming you to the Wells College Honor Code Ceremony. Truly, the Honor Code is one thing that sets our campus apart. The Honor Code you pledge to uphold today is not a new invention. It is not a device we recently created to address a decline in personal integrity or to respond to the modern disregard for truth and facts in our public discourse. It is not the creation of a college administration hoping to prevent cheating by students who might seek an easy way to get good grades. No, the Wells College Honor Code was created by Wells students themselves when they created their own structure for self-governance called the Collegiate Association. Those earlier Wells students adopted a constitution that provided a set of rules for personal responsibility to be shared by all students. And they created those rules back in 1897. 123 years ago. So the Honor Code was created by Wells students for Wells students. Some of the things they were concerned about back in the beginning included quiet hours in the residence halls, attendance at chapel, required outdoor exercise, and defacing of library books. Well, today we no longer require outdoor exercise or attendance at chapel, but we still have quiet hours in the residence halls, and you still can't deface library books. So times have not entirely changed. Over time, the student-led Collegiate Association was authorized by the Wells Board of Trustees in 1931 to cooperate with the administration in the organization of community life and interests. Thus, the student government was charged with regulating student activities and maintaining the honor system. Students had authority over efforts for keeping order, safety, and decorum on campus and in the Aurora Village. Students also gained authority over academic violations, such as cutting classes, cheating on exams, and plagiarism. That authority became the basis for the Wells Community Court. It was the expectation back in 1931 that the honor system would apply to every phase of college life because individual freedom was considered at once the highest privilege and the greatest trust. That year, 1931, some 72 students reported themselves as having violated the honor system they turned themselves in for smoking in their residence hall. The loss of privilege that followed was seen as a penalty that was quite serious at the time. As time in Wells moved on, student government found difficulties with the Honor Code's self-reporting system. Student attitudes toward the Honor Code were changing. In 1947, new rules were created that placed each student on their individual honor to report themselves after an offense. If they did not do so, other students were expected to report on one another if the offending person failed to report themselves. Those rules, those expectations of self-reporting and reporting of others have stood the test of time and are embodied in the Honor Code our students will pledge to uphold today. Yes, it has not been easy for Wells to maintain this tradition. In 1965, most students did not care to follow the rules of the honor system, or any rules whatsoever. That was a period of widespread student unrest all across the country. At that time, a new student government constitution was created to give students more authority over their own affairs. The honor system was revised to introduce the concept of community honor, whereby students were under community obligation not to lie, cheat, steal, deceive, or conceal the truth. Students were still obliged to report violations of the community honor involving themselves or other students as they had in the past, and new procedures for conducting hearings to determine responsibility for honor code violations were adopted. Most of those same procedures are still followed today. So I say to you, the students entering Wells College on this glorious August day, you are making history. Your pledge today will bear evidence of your commitment to uphold the highest standards of personal integrity. This is your statement of support for Wells' century-long tradition of student self-governance. This is your declaration of independence from a societal pressure to get ahead by any means necessary. And it will reflect your belief in your own ability to achieve success through your own independent efforts. Thank you for pledging to uphold the Honor Code and become a true citizen of Wells College. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the start of a new school year. For those of you returning to campus, it is hard to believe it has been 5 months since we've interacted in person. I know, crazy times, right? For those of you who are new to Wells, we all look forward to you becoming a member of this amazing community. I personally look forward to working with you in the labs, watching your performances, hopefully cheering you on from the sidelines of the athletic field soon, discussing your artwork, and watching you become leaders in and out of the classroom. As a student at Wells, you have 4 years to take advantage of a rich liberal arts education that will help you create a happy and meaningful life. Even though you are at Wells for only 4 short years, you will evolve and develop tremendously in our community through all of your educational experiences in and out of the classroom. We, the entire campus community, are invested in your success and happiness, and when you become part of this community, you also help others reach their goals. For a second, I would like you to think about what being part of a community means and what is needed for a diverse group of people to collectively feel successful and happy at Wells. Success and happiness can mean a lot of different things, including developing a sense of belonging, a sense of accomplishment, feeling safe to try new things, finding support from peers, faculty, or other members of the campus community. If you take a moment to think about it, all of those things I just listed are grounded in honor and build off the ideals of the Honor Code. By signing the Honor Code and joining our group today, you can trust the Wells community will provide support for your success and happiness, and people at Wells trust you to be an honorable and positive member of the campus community. Since honor is one ideal that typically defines Wellsians, every member agrees to sign and abide by the honor code upon entering our community. By signing this code today, you are agreeing to become part of Wells and help others in the community reach their success, feel safe and respected, and enjoy being part of a very vast extended family. You agree not to lie, cheat, steal, deceive, or conceal, and it's your responsibility to make sure violations of the code are reported and ensure honor continues to define the Wells community. When you agree to uphold this honor code, you're agreeing to become part of a lifelong family that has its foundation built in honor, respect, and empathy. During your time at Wells, trying new things are going to be scary. Course material is going to be challenging. Listening to other people's points of view may be initially perplexing, but all of this will be easier to overcome if you are invested in and are supported by your Wells community. This family, if you become invested in this family, will help you break down barriers, open doors to exciting new futures. I should emphasize this code of honor and sense of community will extend well beyond your time at Wells. Recently, I was reminded of this when I visited my old research lab in the Department of Anesthesiology at the University of Rochester. During this visit, my former graduate professors came up to me at different times, boasting about several different Wellsian graduate students they had, as well as summer students working in their labs. They could not say enough about these Wellsians' character, integrity, work ethic, and team player mentality, and they are always looking forward to working with future Wells graduates. One specific Wellsian was a student I taught during my first year at Wells, who is now actually a PhD student in my old research lab. This individual has not only been an amazing PhD student, but has also been selected by the University of Rochester community to represent and be a graduate student ambassador for the Department of Pharmacology and Physiology. Those skills and ideals he developed at Wells are now being carried on in his future graduate work. Therefore, you should not dismiss this ceremony as a requirement to just sign a piece of paper. Rather, you should view it as the first step of becoming what is truly defining yourself as a Wellsian. Before I finish, I would like to emphasize that this semester, the Wells community has to face a number of new challenges that will require us all to adhere to the ideals defined in the Honor Code. For example, we are in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic. All of us must do our part to protect members of our campus family and respect how tightly our campus community is connected to our non-Wells families. Take a minute and think about how these groups are connected and what wearing a mask, adhering to social distancing, and wearing personal protective equipment means to our community. It means I'm agreeing to protect you and you are agreeing to protect me. However, it also means we are protecting each other's parents, grandparents, neighbors, and families. To me, adhering to COVID-19 guidelines and looking out for each other is why a sense of community is essential in keeping people safe and contributes to the sense of success and happiness I hope we all feel during this year at Wells. In conclusion, with the start of a new academic year marks a new beginning of defining what kind of community member you will become. Signing this honor code today is a commitment to become an integral part of this wonderful group. I am confident that if you invest in the Wells community, everyone will help you rise up and become colleagues, leaders, and lifelong Wellsians. I look forward to meeting all of you on campus and wish you the best of luck throughout the upcoming academic year. I would also like to thank Jenna for the invitation to speak today, and I would like to congratulate Jenna for all of the hard work she's done on Community Court and standing up for the Honor Code. And now I would like to introduce our next speaker, President Gibraltar.
Hi, My name is John Gibraltar, and I'm the president of Wells College. I want to personally welcome all of our first year and transfer students to Wells College. I hope you're as excited to be here as we are to have you here. You know, when people ask what differentiates Wells College from other colleges, I often say that one important difference is that we have an honor code that we believe in. It isn't just a code that's in writing and buried in some historical publication of sorts. It's a commitment that we ask each and every student to make and then to live by. You've heard what it says, and on some level, it's words on paper. But right now, today, I ask that each and every one of you look inside of yourselves, really to better understand what those words mean, and then how you will take them to heart. So, what does it mean to be a person of honor? Well, first of all, honorable people always do the right things and they do them for the right reasons. They never do the wrong thing and then try to justify their behavior with excuses. Honorable people don't have to be told not to lie, cheat, steal, or deceive. They just know that's not a way to live their lives, and so they don't. If given the opportunity to cheat, they don't do it because, well, cheating just isn't a part of who they are. An honorable person actually would rather fail than cheat. They understand the benefit of taking full responsibility for their actions and not blaming others. Honorable people adhere to the college's guidelines to keep us all safe from COVID-19 because these guidelines are as much for other people as they are for you yourself. So honorable people wear masks, they socially distance, they wash their hands, and they tell the truth on their daily screening because it's in everyone's best interest for you to do so. In short, acting with honor means that a person never willfully harms another human being, whether it's in person, through technology, or in any form of social media. Acting with honor means that a person never succeeds at anyone else's expense. Acting with honor, you see, it means that we care. I mean, truly care about one another at all times. This includes not placing your classmates into an uncomfortable situation where they may see an infraction to the code and then they need to report it. In this community, the infraction should never have happened in the first place. This also means, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but you have to follow our guidelines to keep each other safe and free from the potential harm of COVID-19. Our plan to open the campus again is largely dependent on each and every one of you taking personal responsibility for the well-being of everyone here. And I ask that you please, please take this seriously. We're a community of caring people, and it's through that caring that we will succeed to remain open for the academic semester. We're taking this very seriously, and we expect that you will, because I want us to remain safe and for you to be able to experience your education in person and in the classroom and not at home on a computer screen. In addition, and this is also really important, we treat people of all races, religions, genders, and all other qualities that make us human with respect and dignity. Everybody has the right to be treated that way. So, why are you here right now at this virtual ceremony? Because living a life of honor it's meaningful and I want it to matter to you. The second reason is that I'm also asking each and every one of you to look deep within yourself and commit to take a stand today for principles that reflect what you're about. You're now part of a community that not only values people who act with honor, but you're a part of a community that expects you to act with honor. The principles I've shared today are what empowers our community. And I believe in my heart that you will agree with me and that you will seriously accept this commitment. Thank you so much for listening.
Hello, I'm Kathy Apricio and I am the Assistant Court Chair. And I will be reading the Wells College Honor Code. Community honor shall be the basis of student government at Wells College. The principle of community honor is based on the pledge of each member of the student body to be honest and trustworthy in the conduct of her or his collegiate life, as it is defined or encompassed by the Collegiate Constitution. Wells College students are under community obligation and pledge not to lie, cheat, steal, deceive, or conceal in the conduct of their collegiate life as defined or encompassed by the Collegiate Constitution. Each student is obligated to report violations of community honor involving her or himself to a member of the appropriate judicial body within 24 hours. A member of the student body, member of the faculty, or member of the administration or staff who is witness to a violation or an admission of a violation of community honor has responsibility to urge the offender to report her or himself. If the offender fails to do so, the obligation falls to the witness.
Thank you for all of the guest speakers today. This couldn't have been made possible without you guys, and I thought all of your speeches were wonderful. Now I will turn it over to Mike, and you all will virtually sign the honor code.